Welcome learners. In this resource, we will talk about how farming has started. Let us talk about farming during ancient times. Basically, nobody knows when exact farming started, but the archaeological data indicates that it started during the Neolithic Revolution, and that is why it is also called as agricultural revolution. During this period, many human culture has shifted their lifestyle from hunting to gathering of food with agriculture, and they have also started their settlements. This allow the ability to support an increasing large population. The community, rather moving, started settling. This settled community permitted humans to observe and experiment with plants and to learn how they are grown and they are developed. This new knowledge has led a new way to domesticate these plants and also help them to further modify their natural environment by means of specialized food crops cultivation, irrigation, and deforestation. This allowed extensive surplus of food production. These developments provided the base for densely populated settlements, specialization, and division of labor. The first fully developed manifestation of entire Neolithic complex is seen in the Middle Eastern Sumerian cities, whose emergence is also known as the beginning of Bronze Age. The Levant, followed by Mesopotamia, are the sites of the earliest development of Neolithic Revolution, which dates back around 10,000 BC. It has been identified as having inspired some of the most important developments in human history, which includes invention of wheel, planting of first cereal crop, development of cursive script, mathematics, astronomy, and agriculture. Let us talk about domestication of plants. Once agriculture started gaining momentum, human activity resulted in selective breeding of cereals like wheat, barley, which was later followed by flax, pea, chickpea, lentils. Now these are known as fodder crops. This process of domestication allowed the frontal crops to adapt and eventually become larger, more easily harvested, more dependable in storage, and more useful to the human population. Once farmers perfected their agricultural techniques like irrigation, their crops would yield surpluses, which would need storages. Most hunter gatherers could not easily store food for a longer time due to their migratory lifestyle, whereas those who have selected sedentary dwelling can easily store surplus grain. Eventually, after some time, granaries were developed that allowed villagers to store their seeds for longer period of time. So with this more food, the population expanded and communities developed specialized worker and more advanced tools. Now let us see the different places where agriculture has started. First, we will see agriculture in the Fertile Crescent. Here, agriculture has started or believed to be originated during 10,000 to 9,000 before this period. It was widely spread in Southwest Asia. Cereal like incorn wheat, emmer wheat, barley, other legumes like lentils, peas, chickpea, and flax were also harvested The Mediterranean climate, with a long dry season with short period of rain, which may have favored small plants with larger seeds like wheat and barley. This fertile crescent also has large area of varied geographical settings and altitude, and this variety may have made agriculture more profitable for former hunter gatherers in this region in comparison with other areas with similar climate. Agriculture in China has started near northern China, where domestication for foxtail millet and broomcorn millet was evidently seen. These species were domesticated approximately 8,000 years ago. These species were subsequently widely cultivated in the Yellow River Basin. Rice was domesticated in southern China later on. Soybean was domesticated in northern China. Orange and peach also originated in China. Let us talk about agriculture in Europe. The fertile Carpathian Basin was the place where Europeans survived the Ice Age. This area is a powerhouse of agricultural knowledge. Agriculture in Africa. There were three areas identified as independently developing agriculture: the Ethiopian highlands, the Sahel, and West Africa. Amongst the first domesticated crops in Southeast Asia were bananas. Other includes Asian yams. The famous crop domesticated in Ethiopia highlands is coffee. Crops domesticated in the Sahel region include sorghum and pearl millet. Kola nut was first domesticated in West Africa. Other crops domesticated in West Africa include African rice, yams, and oil palm. Agriculture spread to Central and Southern Africa in the Bantu expansion during 1st millennium BC to 1st millennium AD. Agriculture in America started with maize, beans, and squash. These were among the earliest crops domesticated in Mesoamerica, with maize being about 7500 BC, squash as early as 8000 to 6000 BC, and beans by no later than 4000 BC. Potatoes and manioc were domesticated in South America, in what is now the eastern United States. Native Americans domesticated sunflower, sumpweed, and gosefoot around 2500 BC. At Galapagos, a cave in Mexican highlands, fragments of maize pollen, bottle gourd, and pepper squash were recovered and variously dated between 8000 and 7000 BC. Agriculture in New Guinea. Evidence of drainage ditches at Cook's Swamp on the borders of western and southern highlands shows evidence of cultivation of taro and variety of other crops, which is dating back to 11,000 before the present date. Further, evidence of bananas and sugarcane has dated back to 6950 to 6440 before the present date. Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization has found evidence that taro was introduced into the Solomons for human use from 28,000 years ago, making it the earliest crop of the world. Now, let us see farming in modern times. The most important development between the 16th and the mid 19th century was the development of private marketing. By the 19th century, marketing was nationwide and the vast majority of agricultural production was for the market rather than the family of the farmer. The agricultural revolution in Britain proved to be a major turning point, allowing population to far exceed their peaks and sustain the country's rise to industrial preeminence. The next stage of development was trading between markets, requiring merchants, credit and forward sales, knowledge of markets, knowledge of pricing, as well as supply and demand in different markets. Eventually, the market evolved into a national one, driven by London and other growing cities. Commerce was aided by the expansion of roads and inland waterways. With the development of regional markets and eventually a national market aided by improved transportation infrastructures, farmers were no longer dependent on their local markets. These freed them from having to lower price in an oversupplied local market and inability to sell surpluses to the distant localities experiencing shortage. They also become less subject to price fixing regulation. Farming became a business rather than a means of subsistence. In this resource, we have seen the history of agriculture, how the agriculture has passed from one place to another where it has been originated, and how farming in modern times has changed. Thank you.